Today, I have transformed a simple happy planner into a faith filled junk journal, and I hope it inspires you to create along with me. Hello there, it's Hillary, and welcome back to the Creative Faith YouTube channel. I love to encourage women to delight in spending time with the Lord. And one way I love to do that is through junk journaling. So today I'm going to share a flip through of my new Faith Happy Planner junk journal that I've set up. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside, what the different sections are, and how I've been using it so far. This is actually something I started on my very first one. I set up back in 2020. It is so chunky and full and so fun to flip through. And I do have a setup video of this. So I will link that setup video down below. And then I did think I had a full flip through video of this, but I don't know that I do. So if you'd want to see that, let me know in the comments below. And then I actually made a second one. This was in 2022, I think. And I actually have the footage still of setting this up. So if you would like to see that footage, let me know. I can edit it if that's something that would interest you. And more recently, I added on this little charm. I love using a little piece of lace on the disc, and then I add journal charms because I absolutely love making and using journal charms. And so if you want your own Creative Faith journal charm, I have little kits on my Etsy shop as well as completed ones I put together. And then I also have a whole blog post and YouTube video where I show how to make a journal charm. But this was my not as much used Faith Happy Planner Junk Journal from 2022. So I've been itching to set up a new one, and I absolutely love how this one came together. I did make some changes to this one compared to the previous two. So, some changes and improvements. So, I love using the Happy Planner mini size for this project. I think it is such a cute size. I do love using classic happy planners as well, but for this particular project, oftentimes I will like punch cards or postcards or things like that, journaling cards, and add them in. So I really like the smaller size for that reason. And it's just so cute. So for the cover, I just went through my happy planner stash. My sweet friend Jenny sent me a bunch of old inserts and notebooks and planners. And the great thing about this project is like you could use old um, things that are dated from like years and years ago. You can use that in this project because you're kind of using the pages as a base and then you are building on top of them. So it's a really good way if you have unused inserts from long time ago, you can totally use them in this project and use them in a new way. So for this one, I have done the same thing where I have this little piece of lace that I have knotted around the heart. And then I have clipped on this journal charm I made, and I love how it turned out. It's especially good for spring, summer. I have a little strawberry and a butterfly. I've been really obsessed with butterflies lately. And then I love this charm that says "Give it to God." So that is the pieces that I made. I decided to just go right into using the biggest Happy Planner discs because when I started with this one, I had it on smaller discs and then I had to upgrade to the big boys. And so I thought I'm just going to start right away with the big discs. And you can see it's already getting full and chunky. So what I wanted to do for this is I wanted to have a faith section, and then I did a memory keeping section, a wellness section, and then other. So I do really love junk journaling. Last year I was sharing quite a few different videos. Well, I guess I maybe didn't share a ton, but I was using a junk journal. last year, but I was wanting it to all be in chronological order. And then when I got behind, it kind of messed it up. And so I was thinking, wow, it'd be really good to use a happy planner because with this system, if I wanted it in chronological order, I can just, pull out the page or insert a page. So I thought it would be fun to have a memory keeping section. And then I also wanted to do a wellness section. I love looking up like wellness tips online and quotes and things like that. And so I thought that would be fun to have a place to put those. So that is kind of the setup. So a little different than these ones because like this one I have like a section for Bible verses, prayer, gratitude. So this one was a little bit more specific but for the faith section, but I decided for this one I was going to keep it more generic so I can put prayers and Bible verses and scriptures and sermon notes and things like that. I can put those all under the faith section. Another change that I made is I decided to add some tabs on the top. So with these ones, I just kind of redid dividers from different calendar pages. But what happened is the side gets kind of chunky because I'm again adding like different postcards and notes and things like that. And so you can't really see the dividers. So my thought with this new one, I really enjoy using these Avery removable tabs. And so I thought, oh, how perfect. I'm going to use the tabs on the top. That way, no matter how wide the things in here get, I'll be able to see them poking from the top. See, the top is more kind of even compared to the sides. So that was another little change that I made. And I will link these Avery removable tabs in the description box below if you want to pick them up on Amazon. They're easily one of my most used journaling products. These and the Tombow tape runner are probably, and of course a pen, some of the things that I reach for most. So now I'll show you inside. I'll show you the spreads I've been working on. Some of them are complete, some of them I still have more to add, but I'm really loving this project. And I did write a whole blog post and email newsletter about creating for fun, creating just to create, not with any purpose in mind. And that is something I've been trying to do more because so much of what I do creative wise, I'm like, oh, I can turn that into a video or a post or content. And sometimes that can kind of suck the joy out of just being able to let go and be free and create. And so that I'll link that blog post I wrote down below. It has just been something I've been pondering a lot in this journal, this Happy Planner Faith Junk Journal project has really been freeing for that because I can just create. And if I am filming this video, but it's like I didn't need to film me setting this whole thing up and just kind of letting go of that pressure I put on myself. So I think the cover was supposed to be this one, note to self, and then I flipped it inside out because I just absolutely fell in love with the cute flowers. And so this is normally where the Happy Planner logo is, and I covered it up with one of my Creative Faith vinyl stickers, and this one is still available in my Etsy shop. So I'll have that linked down below if you want to pick one up. And my word for this year is walk, so I absolutely love that it says walk by faith with the cute boots. So this first section is the faith section, and so I have Bible verses and things sprinkled through it, quotes, Christian quotes. This first one I have is from Charles Spurgeon, and this is actually a piece from, I think, an old thank you card that I cut out and used. And then our church handed out this really cute Bible emergency numbers bookmark, and so I thought that would be really fun to add in. This is a piece from an Easter card that I loved. And then I put one of my spring floral prayer journal mugs. And I'll have that printable linked below. And then I also use the gratitude journal one. I'll have that printable linked below. So a lot of the time when I find things on Instagram, like I have tons of screenshots. So comment below if you also have tons of screenshots. And last year I started transferring some of the quotes and book recommendations and things into a journal because I don't always reference back and look at my screenshots. So I started doing that where I am trying to kind of clear out my screenshots and write them in a journal instead. I started that project I think last year around this time. Well, another way I'm doing that, I have a little mini photo printer. And so this is the one I have, the HP Sprocket. I'd say it does an okay job. But I have been using that in this project a lot. So I'll have that linked down below on Amazon if you want to pick one of those up. But like this is a screenshot that I then printed on the photo paper. But then it was kind of hard to read, so then I ended up writing it out. But love how that looks. And then, oh, this was really sweet. One of our neighbors came over and asked my husband for help with their HVAC system, and because they had gotten back from a long trip and it wasn't working this winter, and they came back and they were like, "How much can we pay you?" My husband was like, "No, that's what neighbors do." But they came back and brought us a little Red Robin gift card. So I thought that was really cool, and I wrote a Bible verse about God's provision. And I used another one of my little spring floral gratitude mugs. And then I also have some pages prepped. So like this is really cool watercolor paper. And I haven't played around with my watercolors in a really long time. And so one of those moments that I was telling you about of where I've just been working on playing and having fun, I prepped some pages for additional quotes. And then here are some more of just quotes from Instagram that I've copied over that are faith related. And so it's kind of fun that you can just have like quotes and verses and prayers and all these things mixed together in the faith section of my journal. And then this element came from my Pausing for His Peace printable. And same with this one. And I just decorate with washi tape. And then these were some quotes from my husband, who is very wise. And then I have some extra paper. So that's the first section, which is the faith section. So then the next section I have is memory keeping. I was thinking about doing like a 2026 logo or image or something here. But we had my sweet host family from Costa Rica come visit. And then my friend printed one of the photos from the trip. And so I have that I punched in here. And same with one of the photo strips from their trip and their visit. So that's fun. And then I do still have room like over here and maybe here for some additional photos and journaling from that. And then this got a little bit out of order, but that's okay. I'm also trying to just release that and let that go. But yeah, my birthday, which was February 10th, and little bits of cards and things and a photo. And then Valentine's Day and our anniversary. So this was February 14th, but then this is February 1st. But that's okay that it's not totally in order. But it was fun to use these stickers and some tissue paper from some birthday gifts I got that were Valentine themed. I thought, oh, that tissue paper is so cute. So I used that as the background. And you can see this is like a March calendar page from many years ago that I repurposed because you can't really tell what it is. And then I went to a Christian women's conference. That was so much fun. I got to meet two of my favorite authors, Anne Boskamp and Tara Sun, and so that was really fun. I still want to do some journaling around there. And then in March, we went to Silver Falls. And so this is a map that I used for the background of those pages. And I added some stickers. And then my husband and I went to some different antique shops, and again, I picked up a map and a little paper from there and printed a photo. And then my friend Stacy and I went and got coffee, and she gave me a gift card to the Daiso store. So then this was a picture of our planners from that day, and then some of the little ephemera and things that I got with the gift card. And then we did a really fun birthday bridal shower bachelorette, and I used some different elements from that day as well. So really fun to, again, piece together all these little elements for some memory keeping scrapbooking. And then this was from Mother's Day with my mom. So I printed a few photos, and there wasn't really any ephemera from Mother's Day. So instead, I used some scrapbook paper, washi tape, and some stickers. And then this tea thing wasn't from Mother's Day, but I thought, oh, I was just trying to kind of think of some different things to fill the page, and it says plant kindness and gather love. So I thought that was kind of perfect for Mother's Day. I really love how this spread turned out. So I was given a gift card to this bakery, and so this was the gift card holder, and I cut it out, and how cute is it? It was like the perfect size for a frame, and this was the bakery bag from the pastry. And then I love these little macaron cookies, and I even had some little press on, I don't know what you call them, but when you press them on, that are the macaron cookies. So this is probably one of my favorite spreads. I love how that one turned out. And then I did pottery painting with some friends, and we had Hawaiian food for dinner. And then this one, my friend and I did journal charm making at Starbucks, and it was really fun to use the Starbucks bag for the background of that spread. Then this was Memorial Day at the beach, and that was really fun to use. I mean, there wasn't much ephemera from this trip either. It was all the food we ate, but again, that's okay. And then I also tried out this feature where my printer can do a little collage, so that way I was able to incorporate some more pictures. And then I do have some other ephemera from some recent events that I want to add in here. So I'm thinking about filming that for a separate video and doing a little process. My husband and I did a picnic in the peonies, and that was so much fun. And then our friends came to visit, and we did a lot of fun things with them that I got ephemera for. So I definitely want to do a couple more spreads in here soon, and I thought it'd be fun to film the process. So then I have some extra pages. And now we're on to the wellness section. So I'll show you this section now. I love finding quotes on Instagram and Pinterest about wellness. And so I have been journaling some of those with some stickers and creative faith printables. So, like, I love this. Anything that gives you joy is anti inflammatory. I loved that. Or even this one, you will always pay for what you do to your body. Our body is a catalog of all our experiences, indulgences, sacrifices, but most of all, our body is the result of our daily habits and thoughts. Then I just decorated the page, and I did also some wellness Bible verses. Pleasant words are like honeycomb, sweetness to the soul, and health to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. Or Jeremiah 30:71. For I will restore you to health, and I will heal you of all your wounds, declares the Lord. And this is from that same spring, I think this is the prayer journal, spring prayer journal mugs. And then I love sheepskin products, and so this was a cute little thing that came in one of my East Perry orders, and it was the benefits of sheepskin, so I thought that would be fun to add in here. And then some stickers from some other companies. And oh, I thought this was so interesting. We are at a point in history, not nearing it, but here, where everyone is going to have to decide if they are content to numb themselves with an endless stream of fentanyl like digital slop, or if they're going to fight for their humanity and touch grass and challenge themselves and create and contribute in love. Wow, what a powerful quote. And then there are some more Bible verses that I have that are kind of wellness related. And then I thought this was really cute. This is from a Tombow package. And I thought it'd be fun to do some sort of tea quote down there. Here's another pausing for his peace printable. And I did this with watercolor. And I love how this one turned out with these watercolor flowers. I was like, oh, I need to take a picture and scan it in and use it for something for creative faith. But then I was like, nope, it's okay to just create something and not turn it into a product. But I put a quote that says, nowhere in garden or nature do you find an ugly flower. There are odd ones, unusual ones, crazy ones, shy ones, but never have I seen a collection of flowers and proclaimed a single flower in it any as less than beautiful. Each one is so unique in its own beauty. Why can't we see the same unique beauty in one another? I thought that was a really powerful quote. So, anyways, some more great quotes. You can screenshot and read these if you want. I won't read all of them, but here's another one of the pausing for his peace printables. I'm one of my brown mugs printables. So really fun, just using a lot of different elements in journaling. And so just learning more about the body and what's good for it and not as good for it. And here's more of those mugs. And I love this little border that I did too. These were all from Holistic Hannah on Instagram. She shares a lot of interesting things. Rules and rituals of a barefoot, slightly unsupervised woman. And yeah, just really powerful quotes that are convicting in all the best ways. I thought this one was interesting too. Put your phone down. What you're looking for isn't here, it's in the grass. Put your feet on it. It's in the sky, look up. It's in connection. Hug another human. It's in laughter, call your funniest friend. It's in nourishment, eat a really good meal. It's in your body, move it. It's not here on your phone. Wow. And yeah, so I just have been gathering quotes. I think that's the end of that section. And then I do have just a final little section where I thought I would put kind of random things. So far I had done a little Paper Minty Studio order, so I put some of the little pieces from that here. And then there is a book I was going to reference. Let me grab it. It is this, Conscious Creativity, and it has some different prompts and different exercises. And so I thought it would be fun to do some of these exercises in the back here. So, one of them was do a 2's times table, but each one, like, don't have it have actual answers, have it just be like random things, like 2 times 1 equals fun, 2 times 2 equals joy, 2 times 3 equals orange. And I can't find where it is, but I thought it would be, oh yeah, write out the 2's times table, but make each sum equal an object or a place instead of a number. 2 times 2 equals Paris. 2 times 6 equals apple. And so it says, this prompt is impossible to get wrong. So I thought that would just be fun to do in the back here, some of the prompts from this book. And I'll have this linked down below on Amazon as well. So that is a look at my new Faith Happy Planner junk journal. I hope this gave you some ideas on how you can repurpose old Happy Planner inserts, as well as I just hope it encourages you to create, get creative, make a mess, spend time with the Lord, get things out of your phone and onto paper to document this beautiful life that the Lord is giving you. So the different resources I mentioned in this video from my Etsy shop or Amazon, I'll have linked down below. The Amazon links are affiliate links, which means I get a small commission if you use that link to make a purchase. And then if you want to see the full flip through video of this Faith Happy Planner Junk Journal, let me know that in the comments. As well as if you want to see the setup of this one that I filmed several years ago now, that I've just had the footage on my computer. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, let me know too. And if there's enough interest, I can make it happen. But I definitely don't want to film them or edit them if you are not interested in that. But here's your sign to get creative, to make something, to play, to have fun, and see what God does to teach you something through that. So I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you did. Let me know if you want to see more process videos in here. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any upcoming Creative Faith videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye, friends!